I'm Sherry Llewellyn with the police department, and we just really couldn't be happier to see so many faces here with us today. Sadly, oftentimes when we're behind the podium in law enforcement, we are delivering news that can be sad and challenging to hear. But today we have really great, positive, wonderful news, not just about our most recent cold case progress, but also in all the progress that we've made and all the successes that we've had with our cold cases in Howard County in recent years. So I'm going to let Chief Durr chat with you about this case that we're announcing today, and also our County Executive, Dr. Ball, will give you some information about our ongoing efforts in cold cases. Chief Durr.
Good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful day. I'm pleased to be joined by County Executive Calvin Ball to announce an update in the Howard County's oldest cold case homicide, known to us as the Jane Doe case. In July of 1971, an unconscious woman was found assaulted in a field in Woodstock. She was hospitalized, but died 2 months later without ever regaining consciousness. Efforts at the time to identify her were unsuccessful. Now, thanks to advances in forensic technology and tireless work of our cold case unit, we have identified the victim and reunited 2 of her surviving adult children. Jane Doe was born Sadie Bell Murray, September 7th, 1924, in Pennsylvania. At the time of her death in 1971, she went by the name Sarah Sharkey. Howard County investigators had worked for years to try to identify Miss Sharkey. In late 2024, the Department of Justice helped us create and release a composite sketch based on her skeletal remains, but this still did not lead to an ID. The next step was to use state-of-the-art forensic science technology. Our cold case team looked close at all the evidence from 1971 and located biological slides still refrigerated more than 50 years ago. With new technology, a forensic science company was recently able to create a DNA profile. From there, our cold case unit worked to build a family tree using a genetic genealogy search and public records. Detectives found a suspected relative, reached out to him, and through DNA testing, proved he was Miss Sharkey's son. Years before her death, Miss Sharkey had children who were placed in orphanages at a young age. Now, 79 and 81 years old, 2 of these adult children, Charles and Mildred, were located during this investigation. Neither knew what happened to their mother or the whereabouts of any possible siblings. This summer, our detectives connected them for the first time in more than 70 years. Charles and Mildred, who live in different states, now talk nearly every day and are planning to meet in person in the coming months. Due to travel challenges, neither could be with us today, but they have expressed gratitude that the Howard County Police Department has helped answer questions that they have long eluded them. And I want to offer my thanks and appreciation to our cold case unit. They put in more than 10 months of tedious work, all in an effort to identify Jane Doe and try to give her family some closure. As a result, her children now have some closure. They now have answers. The investigation into Miss Sharkey, how Miss Sharkey was killed, remains open. Any small piece of information could be useful, and we encourage anyone who may know something to come forward. The progress in this case follows a series of cold case success stories in Howard County in recent years. Thanks to the support and commitment of County Executive Calvin Ball, we are able to offer a reward of up to $30,000 for information in all cold cases. And as I always say as I stand up at this podium, if you commit a crime in Howard County, it doesn't matter how long it takes, we will use every effort we have to identify you, to identify the victims, and bring the perpetrators to justice. At this time, I'd like to invite Dr. Calvin Ball to the podium to say a few words. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Chief, and thank you to all of our public safety leaders, our police department, for always ensuring that no crime goes unpunished. Today marks the culmination of our efforts and our persistence in public safety. Since becoming your county executive, we have made solving cold cases in Howard County a priority. Justice delayed does not need to mean justice denied. Together with Chief Durr and our law enforcement leadership, we've taken decisive steps to ensure that every unsolved homicide is treated with urgency and the care that it deserves. We've expanded our cold case unit, added dedicated sworn investigators, invested in forensic technology, and increased the reward for information, as the chief said, to up to $30,000. And we also know that we must tell these stories to raise public awareness and to remind our community that we will never forget. Because of these efforts, we've made tremendous progress. Since 2021, we've helped close 3 cold cases, some going back more than 40 years. From the identification and arrest of a suspect in the 1982 murder of Lainey Lee Midgadney, to securing justice in the 2020 killing of Rabia Ahmad and her newborn daughter. Each case closed brings healing to families and hope to others still waiting. And today, as the chief noted, we've taken another step forward for our community. For 54 years, a woman who died tragically here in Howard County, known only as Jane Doe, passed away without a name, without family by her side, and without closure. For her loved ones who didn't know what happened to her, this closure hopefully helps with the healing. I want to thank the extraordinary efforts of our Howard County Police Department, particularly our cold case unit, and its partnership with Altham's forensic genealogy experts. Because of their work, we now know her name. Sadie was a daughter, a mother, a member of our larger Howard County family, and today she is no longer forgotten. She's no longer anonymous. She's remembered with the dignity, identity, and honor she deserves. We've come one step closer to solving Howard County's oldest cold case, healing a wound that has been open for more than a half a century. This effort was about restoring a voice that was silenced. This effort was about bringing 2 children now in their 70s and 80s answers they never thought that they would receive. To those children and to all who have lost their loved ones under tragic and unresolved circumstances, please know Howard County sees you. We will never stop pursuing the truth on your behalf. I want to again express my deep gratitude to Chief Durr and our entire cold case unit for their relentless dedication, not only to solving crimes, but to honoring people. Their work reminds us that justice has no expiration date. If you know something about an unresolved case, no matter how small or how long ago, please speak up. Your information could be the final piece of a decades-long puzzle. And to Sadie's family, and to all those still waiting for answers, please know, you're not forgotten. We will continue this work until every story is told and until every name is known. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ball.